2/5 plus 1/5. When you add fractions, they need to have what are called common denominators. Common denominators. So the top thing is called the numerator, and the bottom is called the denominator. So to add fractions, you have to get a common denominator, which these do. 2/5 plus 1/5. What's 2 plus 1? 3. And then do not add the bottoms. Do not add the denominators. We leave them the way they are, and it's 3/5. Okay, 3/5. So, if we have 1/2 plus 1/2, what's 1/2 plus 1/2? 1 plus 1 is 2. So you get 2 over 2. You can simplify. If there's a chance to simplify, we simplify, and they go down to 1. Nine sixteenths plus 11/16. So, common denominator, we already have it. 9 plus 11 is 20. So we get 20/16. Now, this can be reduced. Okay, you're not going to get a calculator today to do this. You got to do this in your brains today. Today is all brain power. Okay, so these are both even numbers, right? So we can divide them both by 2. So if we divide this by 2 and this by 2, we get 10 over 8. Guess what? They're still both even numbers, right? So if we divide this one by 2 and this one by 2, we get 5/4. That is the answer. So you will have to simplify your fractions if you can. Not all fractions will simplify. Five eighths plus 4/8 is 9/8. Now, I do not want you to change this back into a mixed number. We're going to leave it as an improper fraction. We're going to leave it 9/8 and call it good. Okay? We're going to leave it at 9/8 and call it good. All right. Now, not all the times will your fractions have the same denominator. These do not have the same denominator. So what we have to do is get a common denominator. So we got to make them bigger. Okay? You usually don't go smaller with denominators, you go bigger. So 6 and 3. Can you multiply 6 by something to make 3? By a whole number? And the answer is no. Can you multiply 3 by something to get 6? Yes, you multiply it by 2. So if you multiply the bottom by 2, you have to multiply the top by 2. So we have 5/6 plus Mr. Bierschbach, plus 2/6. 5/6 plus 2/6 make 7/6. And like I say, we don't have to change that into 1 1/6. Don't make it into a mixed number. Just leave it as an improper fraction as 7/6. Five 11ths plus 3/8. Now this is going to get kind of big. All right. Can you multiply anything by 8 to get to 11? Can you multiply anything by 11 to get 8? No. So then what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by each other. So this one we're going to multiply by 8 and 8 on the top and bottom. This one we're going to multiply by 11 and 11 on the top and bottom. So then this bottom will be 88 and this bottom will be 88, and then you'll have a common denominator. What's 5 times 8? 5 times 8 is 40. What's 3 times 11? 40 plus 33 was 40 plus 33. Now, is there anything that goes into 73 that goes into 88? And the answer is no. So we leave it at 73 over 88. One-fourth plus 1/6. Okay, now we could get a common denominator by multiplying this one by something and this one by something else, but it might be easier if we just multiply them by each other and reduce in the end. So we're going to multiply this top and bottom by 4 and this top and bottom by 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 times 4 is 24. If we add them up, what do we get? 10 over 24. Now, this one is even, so we can divide it by 2. This one's even, so we can divide it by 2. So we get 5 12s. And that's how lower it goes. Okay, so grab your marker boards. I want everybody to have a marker board. Danny, grab the one behind you. Everyone grab a marker board. All right, so we're going to practice this right now. So, Blake, marker board. You can practice. You don't need a voice to practice on the marker board. So, go. When you get done, show me your answer. And make sure you simplify. Simplify your answer. Gito. And simplify, Gito. You're right, Kane. Simplify. Sign, make a pass to the office. Yep, yeah. The next one. Not common denominators. There you go, Gito. Not a common denominator. Let's do this one. So you have to get a common denominator, add them, and then see if it reduces. So get a common denominator. Yep, David. Yes, Ben. Not quite. You need a common denominator. So that 2/5 You have to make into tenths. Now reduce, Braden. Reduce that. Yes, Kane, you're good. You need to reduce. Reduce. You're good, Anthony? Cinco goes into each. You're good, Danny. Braden, you get it? Divide them both by 5. Nada. So, 2/5 to make 5 into 10. What do? Multiply by 2. What's 35 divided by 5? No. How many touchdowns make 35 points? There we go. All right. So 5 times 2 is 10, right? So if you take the bottom by 10 by 2, to take the top by 2, so it's 4/10 plus 3/10, which is 7/10. Now some of you took 10 times 5 and got to 50 and then had to reduce. That's fine. You can do it that way. Okay? Let's do another one. One-fourth plus 5/6. And then once you get your answer, make sure you reduce it. You'll get an answer, but then it'll have to be reduced. I don't think so, Ben. There you go. David got it. Ulysses has it. 1/4 plus 5/6. Get a common denominator. You got it, Braden. Good job. 1/4 plus 5/6. Good job, Danny. Yep. What do you get, Gito? No, like divide them by 2, and then what's your final answer? What's 26 divided by 2, and what's 24 divided by 2? Gito, what's 24 divided by 2? Not 6. What's half of 24? 12. There you go. So it's 12 on the top in the numerator. What's in your denominator? Was 26 divided by 2. All right, let's do this. All right, so we took this one times 6 and this one times 4. because we took them times each other. So we get 6 over 24 plus 20 over 24, which is 26 over 24. That's how far you got, Gito. Then since they're both even numbers, we divide them by 2. And we get 13 here and 12 here. So 13 over 12. Okay, so I'm going to hand out the first worksheet. We're going to take 20 minutes to work on it. Then we're going to work on subtracting and mixed numbers. We'll work on subtracting and mixed numbers.